And here you have it. One of my clients was able to get approved for a $100,000 personal loan from Wells Fargo using this strategy. A client of mine just got approved for a $100,000 personal loan from Wells Fargo. And I'm actually going to show it somewhere on the screen right here. But here's the part that's really going to get you. It didn't actually start out at $100,000. Wells Fargo pre-approved him for $60,000. But instead of just taking it just like everybody else, he bet on himself and said, let's actually make one special move. So we did that. We had one phone call, and that $60,000 pre-approval turned into a $100,000 loan. Okay, that single move is worth $40,000. And most people don't even know that they can actually do this. So that's what I'm going to explain to you, because in today's video, I'm actually going to show you how exactly we pulled it off, the profile that got him approved, the requirements from Wells Fargo, and so much more. So what I want you to do is go grab a pen and paper, and without further ado, let's dive in. All right, ladies and gents, so just foremost off the back, I just want to let you know right now, you do have to have really good credit to be able to get this personal loan. So if you don't, then I suggest that you either fix it or you click the link down below to sign up for the school community to actually get your credit fixed. Okay, those are the best moves that you can do to make sure that everything actually goes the way it needs to do. I do suggest, which I'm probably going to say, throughout this video, you do need a 700 or better. This is not some light stream loan or anything like that. So don't even try it. All right. Just want to get that out there. Just throw all those disclaimers out there, let you know. But let's keep going actually into everything that I'm talking about. Because first, let me lay out what's even working with this, because it's actually one of the cleanest personal loans on the market right now. In my opinion, there's probably others that I probably haven't seen or I'm probably not thinking about right now, but that's just what I think. Wells Fargo lends from $3,000 all the way up to $100,000 with terms from 12 months all the way to 84 months, okay? And that's kind of like a 1 to 7 year payback period. So just so you know, anything that is under $5,000, the term caps from what the rep told me at, I think it's 36 months or something like that. Now, here's what makes things really stand out. Number one, you can actually check your rate with a soft pull, which is like really good. So that means you can see exactly what you're qualifying for without a hard inquiry ever touching your report. So you lose nothing just by peeking to see what you could possibly do. The hard pull only comes when you accept the offer. Okay, let me say that again. It only comes after you accept the offer. All right, so you formally apply. Number two, which is really dope, there's no origination fee. So no closing fee and no prepayment penalty. A lot of these online lenders sometimes charge you 1 to 6% that just hand you the money. With Wells Fargo, they charge you literally $0. And with number three, the rate can start as low as 6.74%. Now I'm gonna keep it, of course, real with you. That's the best case number that's baked into the relationship discount. You need a strong credit profile, a qualifying Wells Fargo account, and auto pay to get down there. Most people kind of lend a little higher, but it's still relatively competitive. And once you sign, the money can hit your account literally the same day, which is awesome. From what the rep told me, she said that most of the time, as soon as they sign, they get the money pretty much same day, unless it's like the end of the day. But you get it relatively fast within less than 24 hours. In this section, I just want to talk about the requirements, because here's what a lot of people either leave out or they just forget to talk about. And this is the whole gate. Wells Fargo does not offer this loan to the general public. You have to actually be a Wells Fargo customer and with a qualifying account, like a checking and savings account that's actually been open for almost 10 to 12 months. So before you even apply, there is a relationship play, a serious relationship play. So you don't just walk into this bank and then just apply, okay? Wells Fargo wants to make sure that you actually have a relationship, and it's a long play, but it's definitely worth it. Now, hold that thought, because I'm gonna show you how you can actually set this up the right way in almost a minute. So just stay with me, because before you actually set anything up, I just want to give you all the data points that I can give you when it comes to even the bureaus and what they pull. Because one thing I want to show you before you go in my client's case, Wells Fargo did pull from Experian. So if your Experian is the strongest report, that report is actually going to work into your favor. Now, I'm going to give you a disclaimer right here, because I'm making this video as things are moving. The credit world changes dramatically. It changes constantly, consistently, okay? Which banks are pulling from what? From who? From what state? So many things can shift over this time. So as in me making this video, it pulls from Experian. But the smart move is to always keep all 3 bureaus clean, because you never know what type of stuff that these banks are actually going to pull. Okay, so make sure you keep everything clean and in order. That way you're covered no matter what they decide to pull. Now that we got that out the way, let me go ahead and talk about the actual move that turned it from 60K all the way up to 100K approval. Because again, I'm not sitting here promising you, saying that this is always going to happen, but this move is something that a lot of people don't do. The pre-approval came back at $60,000, and here's where 90% of the people stop. They see the pre-approval number, they accept it, and then they just walk away, leaving sometimes money on the table. But the pre-approval is not your ceiling. Sometimes it's just a starting point. So what we did was we contacted the banker directly and my relationship manager to ask for a review of his file for a maximum approval. And because his profile was strong and the relationship was very much so seasoned, they bumped it all the way up, which is really helpful. And we're talking about that $100,000 max. One conversation, $40,000 extra. So you do not sometimes just accept whatever they give you. Sometimes they'll give you a little bit more. That pre-approval pretty much only just spits out, AI requirements as far as, hey, this is possibly what we can do. But if you sometimes push a little harder, then sometimes you can get the maximum. Does that make sense? Now, think about $100,000 approval and what that actually is. It's not just a loan, it's capital. And the capital is only powerful if you know how to deploy it in the right strategy. And that's exactly what we do in the Everhart Capital Funding Program. So if you're a business owner and you have a 700 credit score or higher and you want to stack real funding the right way, personal, business, anything that you name, from $50,000 to $300,000 in business capital, and you want to do this correctly, then what I want you to do is click that link below right now to sign up for a capital consultation. We're going to map out the whole plan, make sure that we have the right reps for you in your area and what's working for you, and make sure that you get these approvals that you need. So if that's something that interests you, then what I want you to do again is click that link below right now, and I'll see you on that call. But enough about that. Let's get into the next section. With this section, if you're not a Wells Fargo customer yet, here's your move, and it starts today. Open a qualifying Wells Fargo account, a checking or savings, and start seasoning it. Run your direct deposit through it. Use it like a real account, and set up auto pay so you're positioned for that rate discount later. So if you do all this, then you can mark your calendar, because once that account crosses that 12-month mark, you log into your dashboard, you check your rate, soft pull, no risk, nothing to lose. All right. And, just let me be straight with you, when it comes to, pretty much these things, so you're not surprised. Wells Fargo's terms say income can be verified. So if your income is ready in a strong, seasoned relationship, tends to make a lighter touch when it comes to the process. So don't just walk in expecting, hand over fist and, 0% paperwork and just, come on, guys. And also, I don't want to hear anybody in the comments saying, 12 months, that's a really long time. Look, would you wait 12 months for $100,000? I would hope so. Okay. In that time, you could be prepping for other things. You could have got other things in that process. This could be the last final boss that you do. $100,000? Come on now. Now, in this section right here, what you actually do with the money matters more than the number itself. All right. The play I'd point you to the most is if you're carrying high interest credit card debts from, all the way up to 35%, then you should use this loan. Wipe out those cards in one shot, and then watch your utilization drop. So if your score can jump in and out, over the month, your monthly payment actually goes down because the interest is way lower. And now your profile is strong enough to unlock real business capital. Okay. This is just the entry point sometimes if you already have that account set up. You can also put it straight into your business as well. We're talking about inventory, working capital, marketing, ads. As long as you have a plan for this money, it will never actually cost you what you think it will cost you. Whatever you do to set aside, this is what you're supposed to do, especially if you want to be a business owner. Okay. And then also with that $100,000 or whatever you get, make sure you set a couple of months aside, of payments. So that gives you a buffer. That gives you kind of some more leadway while you're actually investing this money in whatever it is, whether it's real estate, capital, but construction, anything. Okay. This can really help you, but just make sure that you plan this properly. If you have 100,000, don't just think that you have 100. Come on, guys. In 30 days, you're going to have a bill that's due. Set some stuff to the side while you're planning. This is why, even if you don't have it, 12 months is a really good time to make sure everything is in place. Now, with all that being said, with the whole thing, let's go ahead and wrap it up. $100,000 Wells Fargo personal loan is really beneficial, okay? And then also, sometimes push the limit once you get that pre-approval. If you got 60,000 pre-approval, try to see if you can actually call the reps or whoever helped you to see if they can get you the maximum approval. Sometimes AI just gives you whatever they can. When you get human eyes on it, you can get the maximum approvals. And when you do that, that puts you in a totally different space. Now, with that being said, I want to talk to two separate groups. If you actually want the Wells Fargo personal loan, but you have late payments, charge-offs, collections, I don't care how nice your relationship is, you're not getting 100K. So what I want you to do is click that link below to sign up for a credit repair consultation. All right, so we're going to map out everything of what's going on in your credit report. We're going to make sure everything is in line so you can be in position to get a $100,000 Wells Fargo loan in the future. It's all about prepping, okay? Now, for all of my people that want 100,000, but they want to make sure that they do everything right and have a 700 credit score or better, then what I want you to do is click that link below to sign up for a capital consultation. We're going to map everything out, make sure everything is in position so you can get $50,000 to $300,000 on top of this Wells Fargo loan. So if any one of those interests you, click those links below and I'll see you on those calls. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Again, I always try to give you guys, the testimonials of what I'm seeing and what I'm getting out there because I'm actually helping people so you can get the data points and you can do the same thing. Hopefully it helps. Again, I want to thank you guys for stopping by and until next time, ladies and gents.